Hello and welcome to our daily sketching routine. It is Tuesday, December 31st, 2024, and happy New Year's Eve. And today's a little different, as you can see, if you are returning. But if you're new, welcome. I sketch and post every day, and I use timers to stay focused and build a daily sketching habit. So that's one of the main purposes of these videos. So I'm going to set a 10-minute timer today and kind of keep it going. And I'm not sure how long this will be because I haven't really done a sketchbook tour, as they call it. But yeah, today's topic will be 2024 sketchbook review is what I'm going to call it. And I guess it's like a tour, but it's in progress, so it's not finished. And this is my current sketchbook, so I don't want to move it because I have the camera set up where I can't really move anything so that I can just get the whole page in there. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, this is my current sketchbook, and it's very plain and simple, but it's working. And I was thinking I might draw something on the cover, but haven't really thought of anything. Plus, it's still work in progress. But yeah, let's get started. I think it's this sketchbook started in, and I'll just kind of like talk about stuff. I don't really know exactly what I'm going to talk about, but mainly I just wanted to, so this is the first page. It's like the test page. But mainly I wanted to, well, one, I've pretty much made a video on most of these pages. And so on the ones that I didn't, I'll kind of talk about that. They also kind of like could potentially be made into video. But yeah, let's just get started here. So yeah, it began on October the 4th. So I have another sketchbook that I was thinking I might include in this video, but it would make the video way too long. But whenever I started this channel a couple of years ago, but it was very kind of sporadic. Basically, I wanted to do like a 30-day challenge, but it stretched to like several months, which is another story. But yeah, it wasn't a straight path. It was a long and winding road. But yeah, this is from October. So I have a whole nother sketchbook that basically when I came back this summer and posted every single day. But that one, maybe I'll do a sketchbook tour with that one. It's similar, but I think in this one, like my ideas started clarifying a little bit more as far as like what the channel was about and like the work that I'm doing here. So with this page, so yeah, I wanted to set up the camera to where I didn't have to move it, which I think is another kind of a good thing for a video like this. So it's different in this video because I'm usually sketching, so it's a little different because I'm not like, my hand's not in the way and I'm not like moving around the sketchbook. It might give you ideas, so if you're just wondering either what to work on or like sketch or something. October, I kind of made it into like a spooky theme, kind of. So I went with like studying the skeleton. As usual, it kind of led to like other stuff too, but so yeah, that's kind of what I started here, was just skeletal stuff. And since mostly I've made videos, I'll just mention when I didn't, since most of it is actually in videos. So yeah, I'm not gonna link all of that, but it's pretty much like every day I've posted. Also, I started talking about the AOS, the Art of Sedone Triad. Again, part of just systematizing, just having like a methodology of doing like what I do, but also sharing my ideas. Let me flip the page here. So more skeletons. So part of this is just kind of letting you like see, because like I was saying, a lot of times I don't have the page set up to where you can just look at it, but also just to kind of talk about it too. But yeah, like I have a book series, and so I really just want the art to like be out there, like the information. So self-portrait, which I don't do as much nowadays, but I kind of went through a phase where and like I have another sketchbook where like it was like an art block sketchbook. It helped me to get through. So that's like another part of it too. It's just kind of like the artistic journey, because it's not just about building skill. More skeletons. So again, yeah, I'll just mention if I didn't. if you see this, I pretty much made a video about it. So this one was about quick poses, 1 minute, and then adding details. I'll just kind of start flipping through here. The bones of the hand. Again, like with the triad idea, there's study, where you kind of just study, but then you also draw from imagination just to see how much you remember, and then like the style, which the pen and ink is already like a style, like it's a look. Bones of the feet with some shoes. I didn't make a video on this one, but basically it was brush pen. Started kind of doing more color and just like different approaches. So like kind of doing like a painting first and then detailing it. And then since we were in October, this was the first, it became the first page of a mini comic. It's like a 3-page mini comic that is in here, but it's not in order. So this is the first page. So this one, this top part was about basically just sketching from imagination without any like underdrawing or anything, just straight up sketching. And so that's what I came up with, and then that kind of led into this idea of a mini comic. And so I kind of brought in one of my OCs, and this is just like a made up scenario, like it's not in the plot or anything of the books, but like it could be because she's an adventurer. I didn't make a video of this. This is animal skeletons because I want to draw more animals, and it's good to know the skeletal structure. So that's kind of what I mean about like study, just study, and then start to like make up stuff like from imagination. This page, just basic shapes, like incredibly powerful and useful to get used to drawing them because they're always there, but then also if you can visualize it, that's good too, if you can like turn it in your mind. This one was about coming up with poses from imagination, so that's kind of what I mean about like sometimes if you kind of draw something enough, then you can just make up stuff and then go back and kind of look up like reference and blend the two. I don't think I made a video of this one. It was probably somewhat from reference and not, like maybe this one was and this one wasn't kind of thing. Sometimes I'll do that too, where I'll do it from reference to either warm up or just to get ideas and then just make up stuff. This one was just like a quick portrait. I did like a short video. Sometimes I like to keep it pretty sketchy. Sometimes it's good to leave it like as a sketch. This one was using color, of course, and then just like the markers and stuff, kind of getting more into the color. This one I didn't make a video about, but I just wanted to play around with like I guess they call it chibi or something. I just call them like the baby version. Kind of like in the 90s there were the Muppet Babies. This one, yeah, I think I started talking more about like kind of like my concepts or like theory about stuff, kind of my approach basically. I didn't fill this whole sketchbook. So this is page 2 of the comic. We're in here. And yeah, I just kind of continued it. This one, I don't think I did a video, but basically it's just like when I do studies, sometimes I'll like just do thumbnails and just kind of figure out like the style, basically, like how I would want to do it. And also sometimes it'll just be like made up, kind of mixed in there, like deconstruct it. This one is, yeah, like getting more into comics and kind of thinking about like layout and thumbnails and stuff. This one, I didn't really do a video about it. Like I kind of did, but I think I might have sketched this part. I was gonna fill it with like more studies, but I never got around to it. So that could be one thing. That could be another video. But this is like ballpoint pen, brush pen, kind of like a mix. And mainly I kind of wanted to see how to do different skin tones with pen and ink. This is like a kind of like a mood board, but maybe a style guide for the main character, but one of my OCs. I don't want to give away too much of the plot. Plus, I'm still working on it, so I don't like to talk about stuff that, as far as like story, if I'm still working on it. But I don't mind showing some of the artwork. This one, drawing profiles, pretty fun. Kind of figuring out like how I like to draw the like profiles. Although, yeah, like when that's one good thing about like doing studies is that you can see more variety. This one, more gestures, putting characters into scenes. Like this is from imagination, like how to take like gestures and just put them into like different scenes. But yeah, these are more recent videos, maybe a couple of weeks ago. So this was a page that I was just gonna draw kind of, it was more like a style guide for like dark fantasy type stuff. So this is page 3 of the mini comic, and it was supposed to be the last page and I never finished it, but it's like almost finished. I'll work on it some more. This page had a lot of stuff going on. It was about like, mainly about like different textures, but it was kind of a shift in a way. Like I started adding more color, and just like with the tools that I had, and like I talk about them in the videos, like they're just color pens and stuff, but it gave me a lot of ideas for color, and I kind of wanted to get back into color anyway. This one was just drawing a horse. I know that I'm going to be drawing a lot of horses, so this is kind of practice from imagination, and then kind of doing studies, wanting to draw more animals, and also just like more armor and stuff. So this was about kind of like one of the big things on the channel is the daily sketching. Like that's the main thing, is just showing up and like sketching. And so if I can help people do that, like that's pretty cool. But like, yeah, like that's what I want to be doing. And then along with that is the idea of like start like on a blank page. And then this one was about starting the blank page, but then going more towards painting. Same kind of thing. I sort of picked something sort of basic, like a guitar. Like I had my guitar set up in the corner of the room. It was just about how to thumbnail and like have a bigger version, and then some color studies. This one was about kind of different mediums. Oh yeah, I was organizing my pen and pencils, and just like demonstrating, I guess, like different like pen, pencil, and like charcoal. Same thing as like the guitar, but like a mountain, like a landscape. So this page was about, these are like my old OCs we're talking about from like childhood days. Like my thing back in the day was the anatomy and like the proportion. Like that's one of the things that I've had to like work on. So this page was really about like it was about textures, and then it ended up being like wood, and then like water, and then fire, and then like air. So this page, well, it ended up being the 2,000 subscriber like thank you. So I would like to do another one for 3,000. Like I feel like eventually we'll get there. So basically, like, again, like with the methodology thing, so we went from like the guitar to the mountain, and then this one's like a ship. Partly, so the bit different. I'm starting to add more tones and colors, kind of going towards like color work. Yeah, we're getting closer to like the current stuff. So I just did this like not that long ago, a few days ago. Basic shapes. So part of like the channel is about basic drawing and beginner kind of level stuff, which isn't a bad thing. Like I like that. So in some ways when I draw, like it kind of feels like the first time, but like I have a lot of experience. So so yeah, I'm just wanting to convey that. So I don't think I did like an actual video on this. So this was like intermediate drawing is what I called it. And I just listed some stuff. And I talked about it actually. I don't know that I recorded the like sketching. But these are like kind of just going back to that, like what I was talking about, like the basic kind of beginner level. And then this is like the intermediate kind of level. And this is part of that, like kind of like the journey, because the intermediate part is kind of a long like you could call it like the journeyman stage, since I like that kind of motif. Drawing profiles, but also drawing portraits, just kind of looking at portraits. Like I don't love trying to like copy portraits, like, but sometimes it's good though. It can be fun because I mean people look interesting, and I mean like celebrities and stuff, which it's not bad. It's a good thing to practice. I think like sometimes people get a little too obsessed with that. So part of it is like I don't want my characters to look just like celebrities, but I mean I get that that's why they're celebrities. So I didn't do a video of this, but it was pretty fun. I just brainstormed and randomly came up with stuff for like this room. So basically like kind of concept art, but for like one of the characters. Kind of the same thing here. I didn't do a video of this, but like just brainstorming from imagination, just seeing what I can come up with. But then, yeah, like sometimes you can think of it and sometimes you're just kind of out of ideas. Like it's just kind of an interesting thing, like how imagination works. Yeah, I didn't do a video of this one, but they're cloud studies, and part of it is just using like paint markers and color pens just to play around with. So we're getting a little bit more current. So this wasn't too long ago. Just kind of coming up with like a collage. And then this is kind of it's curling here. I guess I'll put the pen right here. That didn't work. Yeah, this paper, like, that's why I only draw on one side of it. Kind of a continuation of the previous page, but like, I think looks nicer. I like this one. It was kind of a different technique to color, sort of going towards more painterly, just how to like have more color. This was sort of a exercise in like the skin tone. That's kind of why I didn't finish this one, because I kind of wanted to see like the steps. So this page was about, so I'm going more towards like drawing from imagination, like the more that I do studies. So that does help. I mean, studies I think are kind of fun and they're helpful, but ultimately for me, like they're meant to help me to draw like more from imagination. But then like I've been saying lately, like 80%, and then the 20% I'll just get from like reference or stuff that I see, because that's also fun, like it's helpful. I did a video about, since it's like the new year, setting goals, like pretty much like artistic goals specifically, but like any goals. So this page was kind of similar to the other one where like I was just coming up with a bunch of stuff for like a room. But this one was coming up with just random like heads. So I might do a video like, probably about this one, but like then I just go in and like add detail like I started doing it here. So I'll do more like maybe in-depth video about the process, but it's just kind of like a way of brainstorming. So this is from the other day. I really like this. Like it's not like I just made up a character. Like I don't have like a real story, but I like the feel of it. So I kind of want to go towards like this kind of thing for like concept art. Yeah, definitely recent because this is my current page. So this is where I'm at with like this. So it was like studying the hand or just hands like in different poses, which kind of lent itself to like the spell casting, like at the like for world building. And so I just kind of turned it into a character, which yeah, like I won't go into too much detail, but because part of it is like I know like the artwork is a big part of the story that I'm writing. So these characters, so it's just like writing, for example, like where the characters are they exist in the imagination, but like you're kind of uncovering it. Yeah, I mean that was kind of cool to go through, and hopefully you found it helpful and interesting. And I want to thank you for joining me today. Have a safe and happy New Year's, and hopefully you come back for next year. I'm still kind of planning everything out. Like this helped me to kind of see like the direction to take the channel and everything. And until next time, keep on sketching.